Hello, and very warm welcome to your favorite sports channel, Quiz Trivia. Sorry, rather, Trivia Fever, here with your host, Priyadarshan Babu. And thank you for tuning in. You know why you've come, because you want to know the updates for the sporting world that's been going on. And as I have promised, obviously, yesterday's questions are the ones I'm going to give the answer for first. And then I am obviously going to ask you five more interesting questions. So, without wasting any further time, let's get on with the answers of yesterday's questions. So, here it is. Question number one. He decided to turn pro while watching the build up to the fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. The man has not lost a single bout since turning pro in the year 2015. With 8 wins and in 8 fights, he is right now on the top of the world. What is the name of this particular boxer? Well, I told you that mostly all of the questions that I ask have to do with something in Mumbai or Maharashtra. So you know that you don't need to think anywhere out of the Indian space. So you know the answer that we were looking for is actually Vijender Singh. And well, he is not only doing very well in the world of boxing, but he's also making his way as a celebrity in Bollywood as well. He was the host of the show Roadies 11, and he was also in the Bollywood movie called Fugly. So yeah, he is trying to explore all the avenues possible to him, and he is definitely left his mark in the world of boxing, as we can see according to the records. So that brings us to question number 2. So here it is. Ritu Fogart's 44 kg final bout against this Japanese wrestler at the 2014 FILA Junior World Championship in Zagreb, Croatia, was leading 4-0, but she lost the gold at the last minute. So all you had to do was tell me the name of the boxer who has actually won the gold. So the answer of the question is Haruko Uchijo. So well, obviously, if y'all have been following the world of wrestling, you would know the answer for this. And well, it's okay to get a silver sometimes, but in the world of boxing and the world of wrestling, it's really great to see India leaving its mark right there. So that brings us to question number 3 for yesterday. So here it is. The name of this player, what I told you yesterday, is Regan Singh. What unique distinction does this player have after he joined the team Northeast United FC? Well, the record is very unique, and the answer that we were looking for is he's appeared for the team with 68 appearances just in the year of 2020. So 68 appearances is not a small number, and we can see what he means and what football means to him. So it's really great to see that. Bringing us to question number 4 for yesterday. Here it is. This particular player smashed the fastest T20 innings done for New Zealand when he scored 108 runs in 51 balls in the ongoing November 2020 New Zealand and West Indies series. So what is the name of this Kiwi batsman? Well, we all would know this by now because this was trending on Twitter. This was also trending on all sorts of social media. The answer that we were looking for is Glenn Phillips. So that was the answer of the 4th question for yesterday. And that brings us to our last question for yesterday. So here it is. Playing for this particular player that we were talking about became the 4th bowler after Harbhajan Singh, Lasith Malinga and Amit Mishra to take 100 wickets in the IPL. who was this player that we were talking about? Well, to put it in very simple words, he's one of the oldest spinners that we know in the Indian cricket team, and the answer that we were looking for is Piyush Chawla. So he's played for multiple teams. He's played for KKR. He's played for the CSK as well. That's where he got the majority of his wickets. Well, nevertheless, even though he's retired, he has left his mark in the world of cricket. And that sums up our questions for yesterday. It's time to move on to the questions for today. So here is question number 1. A century in which the batsman scores more than 140 runs. The average test centurion usually adds 37 more runs once he reaches a century. But someone who is able to score more than 140 runs are called by the name dash 100. Well, when someone scores a 100, we say that the particular batsman has scored a century, right? So what is the name of the player who has scored more than 140 runs and is going good? So it's called a dash 100. I want you to fill in the blanks. And that was question number 1. Moving on to question number 2, here it is. All you have to do is name the personality who is a part of the Delhi Capitals extended team who hosted the martial arts documentary titled 7 Deadly Arts with dash dash for National Geographic Channel. So if I have to drop a hint, all I want you to do is tell me the name of the mascot or the person who is the face of the Delhi Capitals. And that was question number 2. Moving on to question number 3 for today, here it is. In June 2016, he got engaged to Indian basketball player Pratima Singh. The three of the highest individual scores ever made against India are obviously I'm talking about Test cricket, are in the matches where this particular bowler has played. Well, if I have to tell you about the scores, it was Alistair Cook's 294, Michael Clark's 329 not out, and Brendan McCullum's 302. So these were the innings that we are talking about. All I want you to identify is the name of the particular bowler who was a part of these crucial matches and who's not there in this time's India's test squad. So that was question number 2. Moving on to question number 3, here it is. He became the youngest driver to win the title in the Formula One World Championship in the year 2008. All you have to do is tell me the name of this particular driver. Well, you just need to think of one of the biggest F1 stars, and probably you'll get the answer right. And that was the third question for today. Without wasting any further time, let's move on to question number 4 for today. Which basketball team derives their name from the state nickname of the land of 10,000 lakes? Well, there are a lot of hints in the question itself. Let's see whether you're able to crack it or not. But I don't want to waste any further time on this question because this is the easier one of the lot. Let's move on to our last question for today. So here it is. Who was the first Jammu and Kashmir cricketer who was picked in the Indian Premier League as well as the Indian national team? And that sums up our, you need to tell me obviously the name of the player. And that sums up our 5 questions for today, for yesterday. And I hope you've enjoyed the answers of the questions. Thank you for watching the video. I will definitely be seeing you tomorrow. Before I see you, I hope to see your answers in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Till tomorrow, that's all from now. Stay safe, take care, and a very, very good night.